Hello, my name's Artemis and... Wait, that's all we have here. Didn't you write the fucking script?
Yeah, see, I was gonna write one, but then I forgot to do it, so...
So what? What the fuck are we supposed to do now? We need a video out for Friday.
Yeah, that's a pisser. I'm not really sure, really. You're the ideas, man.
Not sure? So that's not fucking good enough, Sunshine. You better come up with something.
Okay, alright. So, how about we try that idea you had for the, what was it, the Artemis show or something?
The Artemis show? No, okay, two things. First off, we can't fucking call it that. It's too self-aggrandizing. It sounds shit. And seriously, that's just... No, that's just pure ego. We're not doing that. Secondly, we can't just throw ourselves in with a new idea without putting any work behind it. We need to sit down and really figure out the structure of it all. We need to come up with some proper ideas, flesh it out, write a proper script, do a test run, and then see if it's even worth doing. So, no, we can't just fucking do it now, can we?
Well, yeah, I suppose you're right, but, I mean, we've got to get something out this week, and, I mean, have you got any better ideas?
Do you ever feel like sometimes, maybe, there's an actual expiration date on your time in the fandom? And no, I don't mean that you're actually going to go off if you go past this date and we can't use you anymore, but sometimes it feels like everything's on a little bit of a countdown clock. I mean, look at things like Vine. Again, it wasn't necessarily our fault that went, and it wasn't our choice either, but Vine ended and everybody had to move on, but not everybody did. There was a lot of creators on there that just didn't really resurface afterwards, didn't make the jump, and you know, they're still happy and fine, and sometimes you'll see them out and about, but I mean, think about some of the really big people that were on Vine. Are they still all that active around the community anymore? No. What happened to them? And you know, even going back and watching old Vines, it's a little bit weird because it feels like that time is gone and it's past. And you know, even with the birth of TikTok, I can't say for certain whether that's going to fully take up its, you know, mantle there, but that's not the same thing. It feels different, and how long's that going to last? You see it sometimes, but I don't think anybody really notices it. People come in and out of the fandom all of the time, and sometimes it's by their own choice, sometimes it's not, but you got to think that maybe they came here for a specific reason, a specific purpose, and they found it, and then they didn't need this place anymore, so they just moved on, and it's not inherently a bad thing, really, is it? I mean, if you came here looking for something and you found it, that's good, that's great. If you don't feel the need to stick around and be a massive intrinsic part anymore, then fair play. Sometimes it makes me wonder if there's going to come a point where maybe I'm not in it anymore, or maybe a lot of people I know won't be in it anymore, whether this is all just a temporary situation and eventually we just say, you know what, my time's done. I had a really good time here, but now I think it's done. Don't really feel the need to do much anymore. And it's not that I'm coming to that point, or that I'm starting to think, or maybe I won't be a furry anymore, but you gotta wonder, is that gonna happen at any point? What do you guys think? Do you think there's a ticking clock and that you might end up leaving the fandom just because that time is over? Or do you think you're here to stay? Drop a comment and maybe I'll read it, maybe it'll even feature in a video, who fucking knows? Drop a comment and you might feel some self-worth. Good evening, this is ANN. Reports are spiking about discourse between various groups within the furry fandom due to a Your Character Here picture being worth over $5,000. Reports indicate that the artist is usually pretty expensive and that this is pretty par for the course, yet people with no money and no respect for artists seem to be getting butthurt. A small minority is taking it upon themselves to tell an artist exactly how much their art is worth, as if they have any right to. I believe we can go live now to our field reporter. Fleshy bastard, what is it looking like out there?
Thank you, Artemis. And the situation is one of dire prickishness and pedantry. Users on both sides of the divide have been exchanging insults and blows in an attempt to make their point heard. One user is noted as having said, How can you charge $5,000 for art? It's not even that hard to draw. Big words from such a tiny, pathetic internet child. Casualties have been felt widely across both sides of the divide here, and this extreme drama shows no signs of stopping for, well, experts anticipate up to many, many minutes, or at least until the next bit of bullshit happens. I will keep an eye on this situation as it develops. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much, Aaron, and please, stay safe out there. A recent explosion of drama has slightly calmed down after the website shopfursuit.com seems to have died its rightful death. Yes, just last week a website launched advertising famous fursuits for sale. Think DHgate but slightly more shit. The influx of traffic for the website completely overwhelmed it to the point where it was actually giving out its database password on its main site. It has since been taken down by the administrator, and we can just remember it fondly for the lols. We have just about enough time to have a look at the Brexit forecast. Let's have a look at the map. Yep, no change there. It seems we are still indeed totally fucked. That's just about it from me and everyone else here at the Artemis News Network, so from me to you, have a safe evening and do one. Okay, so here we are to review back through the past week of you lot slinging your comments my way. The good, the bad, and the fucked up beyond belief. So, Christ, let's just get through it, because this is not going to be fucking good, is it? Frank Zico says, Artemis High Key wants to be Daddy Doggo. Well, fuck right off, I do not, thank you very much. You can keep that little title well away from me. I am a good boy. I am not a fucking, I don't even want to say the word again. I am not the D word. It's disgusting. It's just, oh, it doesn't fit, so just no. Jesus, keep it in your pants. Like a coyote said, my mood went from 0 to 100 immediately. Well, good. That's what I like to hear. We made someone happy, we made them laugh, or at least we embarrassed them enough by watching our fucking videos that they didn't feel like shit. Either way, I'm calling that a victory. Ogre302 said, when do we get to see at work with Artemis? Well, bitch, I'll give you some fucking news here. I am at work right now. I get paid to do this shit, alright? This is my job. So technically everything you see is at work with Artemis. I'm not going down to work in some fucking retail shithole and get bollocked by customers for doing my goddamn job. I've already got a fleshy bastard who does that for me, and he barely gets paid as much as I do. Kendra Jen here saying, furry, stay bulk. Okay, gonna be honest, I'm not entirely sure what the fuck they mean. I'm gonna assume they try to say furries, but apparently that word was just a little bit too challenging for them. They got stay right, so that's something at least, but bulk. Okay, maybe this is a word in another language. I don't fucking know, it sure as shit isn't in English. So furry, stay bulk. I will make sure I stay bulk away from you, I assume. Okay, next time you want to come to my comment section, at least have the ability to fucking type. And finally, we've got the Boss Maker. What the hell is wrong with PG tips? As a Brit, I love tea. Yorkshire teas is the best, but what's wrong with PG tips? Do I even have to fucking answer that question at this point? Isn't it a little bit obvious? It tastes like shit. It tastes like actual shit that's been brewed up and stuck in a fucking cup. It's horrid. It's a disgusting blend with disgusting teas, and it's common as muck. Common as the muck that it's apparently made from. Do I have to make this point anymore? I mean, Jesus, I make this point like every fucking week by now. I'm surprised I haven't been sued by PG Tips for defamation of character, but I suppose they have no fucking character.